Libations for everybody! Tron Legacy, released in 2010, and is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who's also behind such films like Oblivion, Only the Brave, and Top Gun Maverick? The director of the masterpiece Top Gun Maverick, who you think was totally impossible of creating a sequel to the original Top Gun, made this boring piece of shit? And this film is starring Jeff Bridges, that boring piece of wood Garrett Hedlund, Olivia Wilde, Bruce Boxleitner, James Frain, Beau Garrett, and Michael Sheen. And the reason why we're talking about Tron Legacy today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a big contributor and supporter of this channel, Jeff Fry. Thank you very much for the recommendation. I believe you also recommended the first Tron movie that I reviewed earlier this year. First watch for both of those films this year, definitely. And while I appreciate the original Tron movie, it's definitely a dated film. It's revolutionary for when it was created, but here in the year 2025, not that impressive, but definitely respect that movie. This film, however, is able to kind of up the ante when it comes to the visual effects, all the CGI with the background and the scenery, the suits. We get a lot more action scenes in here with aircraft carriers and the motorcycles, but somehow it managed to make the script and the acting performances even staler than what we were getting in the original Tron film, and I'll talk about it here in a second. But thank you very much, Jeff, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Jeff Fry and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Jeff Fry here. In 1989, Kevin Flynn, the programmer from the first Tron movie, has disappeared, leaving his only son behind here in the real world. Well, 20 years later, and that kid has become the greatest hacker person in the world, maybe? I don't know. But he's the only one to figure out how to get back into the Tron video game system, and there he realizes that that's where his father went, and there's two versions of his father. There's the program version, who's now trying to kill the son, and then there's the actual user version, who's old and decrepit and basically the Big Lebowski, but in Tron form. So now they need to take the thing to the beam thing in the sky because there's an opening, and that's important. So we need to take the thing to there so that we can bring it to the real world, and better technology and better the world. I know they explained what the thing was for they were taking to the thing, but I was so freaking bored for this entire, I don't even recall what they were trying to do. Or were they just trying to get back home? Maybe that was just it. And then Olivia Wilde's character, she's the program, but they bring her into the real world, or at least try to. That's it. See? I care. I really don't. I tried. Like this film is it's not terrible. It's not the worst film that I've ever seen. It's not bad, but it's definitely not good. It's not entertaining. This is the definition of mid for me when it comes to movies. I neither love, enjoy, nor hate and despise this thing. This movie is just... and it's really because of one thing in this film. I mean, it's multiple things, but the biggest issue that this film has of not having any life or have any energy or have any just entertainment at all is casting Garrett Hedlund as the son of Flynn. And he's our protagonist. He's the guy that we're following and we're supposed to be caring about. But he's just emotionless. And don't give me that bullshit. Some of you out there, I know you're going to your keyboards and you're going to start commenting here in a second. So don't give me that shit of, well, he's representing a user, but he's acting more like a program. And it's kind of how people live in the world and how they go through their lives in the world, like a program and not like a user, not like someone with a life. Stop that shit right now. That is bullshit. I guarantee that he is trying his absolute darndest to act his butt off here, but he just can't. That's why. And you can surround him with all of the acting talent that you can. You can throw Michael Sheen in here. You can throw 2 versions of Jeff frickin' Bridges around this guy. It's still not going to rescue this guy from being absolutely terribly fucking boring. And it's really cool seeing Jeff Bridges back as Kevin Flynn, the original programmer from the original Tron film. It's also really cool seeing the de-aging technology, and this is definitely in its infancy, but seeing that supposed younger self of him. However, that kind of leads to one of the minor things that caused me to kind of feel like this film is lifeless, because the de-aging, the CGI around Jeff Bridges' face and his mouth, it just seems very plastic. He doesn't feel real at all. Which I get, he's a program. They're in this computer electronic system. That's kind of the idea behind it. We can go with that. That's an aesthetic choice. Okay, I can buy into it. I'm not going to buy into Garrett Hedlund's acting, though, because it's just not there. Like I said, he is a piece of wood. That is the most personality that we get out of this motherfucker. The thing that's saving this movie is the CGI and the upgrade, the massive upgrade that we get to the set dressing and the use of technology from the original film to this movie. I love the contrast between the color grading. When we're in the real world, there's this muted, almost brown sepia color tone to everything. It just looks bland, it looks boring. And then we come here into the digital world and everything has all these neon blues and neon colors and looks vibrant. It looks bright, it looks really cool. Unlike the original Tron film, we have things in the background here. We have shapes, we have buildings, we have crafts and vehicles that we can make out in the distance. Unlike in the original when it was all just a big box that they were driving on. That stuff is saving it for me. But then you go back to the character performances and then the lackluster plot behind it, and I just throw my hands up in the air. If I'm not behind the plot, if I'm not behind the characters, let alone the protagonist, I'm not going to be behind this movie. And I know that they're coming out with a 3rd Tron movie. I believe it comes out this year or next year, and it has Jared Leto in it, and that's supposedly it looks like it's going to be in the real world. I don't know where we're going. I mean, it could be cool. Just as long as we don't get Garrett back for that film, and we just keep him here in this movie, I will be happy. But like I said, this film is neither great, nor is it terrible. It is the definition of mid, which means I'm going to give Tron Legacy 2.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, then you are never disappointed. And I gotta tell you, it feels phenomenal.
So guys, if you've seen Tron Legacy, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell to know the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.